Hello, everybody. Hi. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Correct Wing Weekly, episode 16. Oh, my goodness. Yay. How goes it? We're out here on Let's Be Frank, as well as the Last American Pubcast. Feeling fine and dandy over there. Dang it. Let's get a mod. We're being invaded now. Where's the mods at? Is that on Frank's channel? Is that on Let's Be Frank or on the Pubcast? Oh, I'm taking care of it. Yes, thank you, Katie Zed. And for that, Katie Zed's channel is going to go in the live chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for getting rid of that disgusting bot. Frank's in the live chat right now saying, subscribe to Katie Zed. Katie Zed makes the thumbnails for this year program. Got a doozy planned out right now, guys. Got an absolute doozy. Yeah. Election special. Mondays at 5 p.m., although it's 4:06 in the one true time zone right now. We have mucho to get into today, guys. Going to be sliding on out of here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hope you are well. Steven is my name. Please follow me over on Rumble and Odysee. Links are below in the show description. We have some good people over there at the live chat. We're talking politics today. It's a political show. Democrat voting stuff, Republican voting stuff, a little bit of the center, hot political takes, covering a little bit of Paul Pelosi, some updates on that. Many, many things to get into. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Replays go solely over there to the Last American Pubcast. Things are not remaining up here on Let's Be Frank. We're trying to build the platform over there on the Last American Pubcast. So if you would get on over there and actually watch over there as well, because we're trying to increase the, what is it called, the watch hours, so we can monetize the Last American Pubcast. Like I said, normally the show is 5 p.m. on Mondays. Doing it a little bit earlier today because we have mucho stuff to cover. So let's just get right into it right now. Hello, everybody in the live chat. We got Arvolt, we got Katie Zed, we got Hervey, we got Let's Be Frank. Hello, Frank. Mary D'Agostino, Major Victory, Linda Page, and some people from earlier telling us to vote Democrat. No, we're not Democrats here. Fetterman is an American? I don't think so. He's an ogre. That's what I think. to the other chat. Dang it. And now we have another how are we getting thank you. Wow. Waffle Salter hiding the bots as well. I do like that. It's very hot in here. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's open up the screen. Go to the Last American Pubcast. I command you, Timothy Plonk over there, moderating duties. Thank you, Waffle Salter, for taking care of that troll. The exclusive chat. That's right. All right. I'm going to try my best to cool down a little bit. I have a sip or two of water? Oh, nothing. It's all evaporated, guys. I had 2 Bang energy drinks earlier. It was a big mistake. Shouldn't have done that. All right, let's get into this, guys. Biden suggests that voting for Republicans is a threat to democracy. Well, I sure hope so. We live in a republic, a constitutional republic, and don't you forget it. Biden singles out MAGA Republicans as a threat, but most in GOP are supportive of Trump. Let's actually go over to this real fast. It says Donald Trump has told several allies that he could announce a 2024 presidential run on Monday night, like tonight. Hope it happens. I don't know about the timing. Maybe you should do it tomorrow night. I also heard rumors of the 14th. But yeah, Donald Trump has told several allies he could announce a 2024 presidential run Monday night, according to the New York Post, which gets, New York Post gets a lot of stuff wrong. You unhid the troll, rehide them. What's wrong with you? I wonder if we're going to have a winner this week. Did we have a winner last week? I think we did. It was Chuck E. Cheese, the episode before that. So let's see if that happens. And now, so back to the Democrat stuff. We have some Biden things to do first. Some cringe. So Biden does these speeches where he basically calls us terrorists. Urged Democrats on Wednesday to show up at the polls during next week's midterm elections or allow the dark forces that thirst for power. So this is from last week. Yeah, it's from last Wednesday. Urged a crowd of supporters at a DNC event inside Union Station in Washington, D.C. to not take the election for granted. Vote harder, guys. You guys voting tomorrow? I'm voting. I will be voting my hardest. I'll be trying very hard. Very, very hard. It says Biden almost fell over again today. He was doing kind of a shuffle.
Drugs for seniors, no matter what their cost.
Shuffle move.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on them. That's black. And then 12, 15.
What did he say? He's black?
Oops, stepping on them. That's black. Anyway.
It's black. Listen, it's
12, 15.
It's black.
Oops, stepping on them. That's black.
Yeah, vote 25 times. Vote really hard. It's black. This is a Biden clip from, not this year.
Senator Biden, welcome to the Advocates.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Senator Biden, it's nice to have you here. As the youngest member of the Senate, the one, therefore, who may expect the longest career there, I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt.
It's not the same guy, man.
And you got elected. Why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not.
Look at the type of questions that the media, we've changed. People have woken up in droves the past 10 years or so. The media has not changed. They've always been the exact, you're not a corrupt guy. How do you think the system that turns out corrupt people can be uncorrupt when you're not so corrupt?
I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but
Red Pillington.
Thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption, when in fact, whether or not you can run for public office, and it costs a great deal of money to run for the United States Senate, even from a small state like Delaware, you have to go to those people who have money, and they always want.
How has this all happened to this country? I think it happened a long time ago. I think it happened before most of us were alive. It happened like in the 50s and 60s. As it turns out, conditioning isn't just for hair products. We're just clowning over here. So did you know that Biden's son died in Iraq? Did you know this?
No change in the quality of it.
Iraq gave him brain cancer.
Just changing the price. And they talk about inflation. We're dealing with it for a whole second. Inflation is a worldwide problem right now because of a war in Iraq and the impact on oil and what Russia's doing. I mean, excuse me, the war in Ukraine. And think of Iraq because that's where my son died.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm in a weird mood, guys. I just had a ton of soup, and you know what that does to me, guys. Okay. I can only imagine how that sounds in someone's headphones. You can only imagine, right? You see this one? I can only imagine for the people with headphones in. What is that? It's like an IV, right? Look at that. It sounds like a wrong number from 1985. That's a very good one. Dang, it's like all my people in the chat right now. Are we taking over this show? One day we'll be able to just do whatever we want. But the all-seeing eye of Frank is always watching, always judging, you know. Stop? Why? Wait, why? You know, that's not the way to get me to stop anything. Yeah, no wedding ring. His wife's his handler. And just imagine who his wife's handler is. It ain't him, right? Yeah. 9 out of 10 people in the chat are ignorants. I like it. I did bath salts? No, those are for later. So what do you think? Is that what is the thing, the unironic thing that they NAD? They do the NAD drip? Is that what it's called? NAD? I've taken NAD supplements before, but not through the hand, not intravenously. Are you ready to hear how we're Nazis? This from last week. Because we vote Republican. Yeah, this is I kind of went out of order over here. This that dress from last one. Did you guys watch this one? I watched the Ultra MAGA one from, 6 months ago? It's just so tired. It's so adrenochrome. Bagelstein. No, I'm not talking about anything conspiracy theory. I'm talking about how old people unironically get that. It's NAD, I think. It's supposed to make you... It's not adrenochrome, although that kind of sounds nice. Hunter is his advisor. I think there's people that rank those guys. I see what you're saying, though, Chris. I got my eye on you. I don't even know what type of hard-hitting analysis I'm going to provide today, guys. Speaking at historically black, that university is historically black. Biden claims he got his start at historically black Delaware State.
It's great to be at Florida Memorial
University. It's black. That's what he said when he tripped earlier.
University, right? One of the nation's great HBCUs. I'm a big fan of HBCUs.
Me too. That's where I went.
I got my start at
I'm historically black as
those
well.
Other HBCUs, Delaware State University. Okay, that's pretty good, man.
Pretty good, man.
Anyway.
Oh, man.
I got my start at one of those other HBCUs, Delaware State University. Okay, that's pretty good, man.
Man, pretty good,
anyway.
man. Okay. Joe Biden gets blasted by a fact check. Come witness this historic moment. I don't know. This is just chum for the Sharks, man. Just vote pro-life, dude. Why do you need to know about any of it? Oh, Social Security's claims got fact checked. Joe Biden is now driving suburban white women away from the Democratic Party in droves. That's right, whites. Let's go. I hate polls where they ask like 500 people, particularly white suburban women. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let me see that methodology. What the? It's behind the paywall. We're going to skip that one. Gays and gentlemen, welcome.
Gays and gentlemen,
Gays and...
here's the deal.
Well,
it's a difficult time.
Manner of speaking, he's not lying.
Gays and gentlemen,
Gays and gentlemen.
here's the deal. It's a difficult time. Gays and gentlemen, here's the deal. It's a difficult time.
Yeah, it is a difficult time for gays and gentlemen. I don't even know what we're just buttering the bread right now, guys. Bang plus soup equals psychosis. Yeah. 2 bangs and like 3 bowls of soup. Oh my gosh. Makes me go insane. Holy moly. Justice Sotomayor doesn't know the difference between de jure and de facto, which is really important when you're a judge. And she was corrected by Alito, and then she still ran with the mistake. De jure. The utter state of, yeah. Yeah, one means of fact and the other means of Jew. It's not a slip of the tongue. They go back and forth, and Alito tries to correct her. She proceeds to make the same mistake. De jure. Never mind. Sorry. It's not your channel, Steven. It's not your channel. It's Frank's channel. Okay, let's get into the election stuff.
No, here's the thing. We may not like
Oh, no, this is... Sorry, we got a few more things right here of some of the hypocrisy. Some of the hypocrisy in society. What is Antifa? Antifa's not even an organization.
Here's the thing. We may not like when Republicans win, but we don't go and we don't storm. We don't try.
It's gone beyond 2 different realities.
To change, but we'll go to court. We don't do that.
Did I miss an entire year of Antifa riots where cities across this country were burning and police cars were being firebombed?
I guess you did.
Your position is the left doesn't engage in violence? Really?
It's just insane, dude. Gunshot fired at family home in GOP congressional home of GOP congressional candidate barely misses his kids. Mid-October shooting incident sent a bullet into the house where the children of Republican congressional candidate Pat Harrigan of North Carolina were staying at the time. Harrigan is in a contested race. Sorry. This is interesting. I'm not going to say anything about this, but there's some. One shot was fired through the window of a house in Hickory that belongs to Harrigan's parents, Brandon Kraft. This is terrible writing. There's a comma. It's like me writing a paper. That was always my problem when I was writing paper. I was just very comma heavy. I didn't know the difference between a comma and a period. Hickory. You guys know, you ever been to Hickory, North Carolina? It's a fine place. You ever been to Hickory Dickory Dock? It's like an arcade. It's like a Dave and Buster's out there. You ever been there? Not to make it about me or anything, but it just reminds me of my childhood. After Biden's democracy is under attack speech, GOP candidate for Illinois governor receives threats to be skinned alive and have his family fed to him. Oh. Joe Biden just tweeted, should I be a reply guy? Let's see. Want to help Democrats win up and down the ballot tomorrow? Help make more calls. Hello, caller. inform you that Democrats are in favor of I'm enjoying being a reply guy. So I'm saying, so Joe Biden just tweeted, and I'm saying, hello, caller. I'd like to inform you that Democrats are in favor of abortions up to the day of birth. Have a nice day. The pro-life thing is it's just insanity, man. Semicolons. Yeah, I don't even know the usage of that. I don't even know how to use that. So when you skin them alive, do they resemble lizards underneath? It's just trash. Yeah, look at this one. This is from years ago. I mean, I can't believe they said that. This one slipped by me. I guess this happened like 5 years ago.
And the donor class can't just sit back on the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Dude, that is crazy, man.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Wow, dude. Again, dude, I've said this many, many times before on my live stream, 11 a.m. weekdays, by the way. But I blame I have more contempt for the followers of these people. Like, Rick Wilson's been being Rick Wilson for a very long time. I guess so have his followers a little bit, but they just keep lying. They just keep... Oh, it's only right-wing violence. The SEALs are just like, yeah, I'll keep watching The View, keep doing whatever. You live close to Hickory, very good. I like Hickory. Hickory, North Carolina reminds me of my childhood. Not to make it about me, of course. Mostly peaceful leftist attempts to punch Republican Senate candidate in New Hampshire. Got video? No video. Republican New York Senate candidate Doug Bolduc, victim of attempted assault before debate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it is what it is, man. All right, let's go over to, we'll do the Democrat thing last. Yeah, look at this. Someone just brought it up in the chat. The moon is going to turn blood red on election day. Ha, 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 ha. Which means, seems overly cruel. Yo, I don't know what I can and can't say about the possibility of them definitely not stealing it, but they're talking about it taking weeks to count it already, man. So, that's just a Death Star, dude. I've seen Star Wars. Democrats deserve the trouncing they're going to get on Tuesday. No arguments there. It is richly merited, and we should all be just, okay. Why don't you support Trump then? Not the beat. Placeholder. Tuesday's celestial show will be the last total lunar eclipse of the heart until 2025. That's no moon. Skywatchers on 4 continents. We'll have the chance next week to catch the last total lunar eclipse in 3 years. The eclipse will occur Tuesday. What time? I guess at night, right? I guess at night. Red wave update. I am in a weird mood. It's the soup, guys. 58 people in the house? No way. Follow me on Rumble, by the way. Yeah, I'm now uploading to Rumble for the first time. I think I got about 20 videos up there. So Frank's directing you in the chat to follow on Rumble and follow on Odysee. It would mean the world to me. But it's not, don't take my word for it. Frank's in the chat right now. And Frank's telling you to do that. Frank's in there saying, please follow my stream on Odysee and Rumble. If I get to 100, well, uploads go to Rumble. If I get 100 subscribers, I get to live stream to Rumble, which is just pleasant. I'm pleased as punch. No, we're not on Jumble yet. Nope. We're not on Jumble. We will be one day. A red wave is coming. I mean, look. I don't like a lot of the candidates. Most of the candidates. The only ones I really like as the Republicans are Blake Masters and J.D. Vance. But you got to vote for them if you're the voting type. It's like I'm not in full collapsitarian acceleration mode. I do think that voting for Fetterman would be kind of funny. Kind of the lulz vote. I'm a big fan of listening to the lulz argument, but I don't think we're quite there. I think if Trump loses in 2024, we'll be in full lulz mode. But put some more soup in me. Give me a Bang energy drink and some soup. You know, you might change my mind. I might become a Democrat. Slab was live. I don't think Bumble is you're live on Bumble tomorrow. I'm on Rumble, November 8th at 6 p.m. 5:59 and 11 seconds. Jeez, Waffle Salter, you got the detailed mind over there. I almost fell down today. Watched the upload on Stumble. I had a lot of soup. I've calmed down a little bit though. Latest news from New York, Arizona, Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's those states. Yeah, it's there's Hochul versus Zeldin. There's Kerry Lake, Blake Masters in Arizona. There's Fetterman, Oz. DeSantis is running, but he's probably a shoo-in, right? So we'll see tomorrow. I'm voting. I will vote very hard, and then I'm having lunch with a friend. We're going to watch the election results. Last American Pubcast, which we're streaming on right now, is doing an election special. It's supposed to be like a 5 to 7 hour stream. So look out for any shenanigans there tomorrow night. Red Wave update. I don't know. I'm not even that optimistic about it. I think there's going to be some shenanigans, to be honest, man. So we'll see what happens. I'm just fully clown-pilled. I'm soup-pilled. I'm beyond clown-pilled. Pennsylvania Democrat officials mailed out 240,000 ballots to unverified voters, now at 255. This is from about a week and a half ago. Paranoid about rhinos in California. I don't know. It depends on where you're at. Are you talking about at the state level? I mean, you guys, Republicans are just not going to win at the state level in California, but I don't really know who's run. I haven't been following California. It seems like a lost cause to me. So, yeah, they're doing the shenanigans. They're doing the mail-in thing. They're doing the voter. Not that fraud ever happens, but, it's been some, QAnon accounts have reported it to me, Two political handicapper shifts GOP handicappers. Top political handicapper shifts GOP lead even further 2 weeks ahead of election. Cook Political has now shifted the already edge GOP advantage even more towards the right. Oh my goodness. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we're just going through all these tabs today. They have some non-election stuff to cover later, but that's what we're watching, some political ads in a minute. P.O. box address so you can send me more soup. It's got to be dry, though. You can't send wet stuff in the mail. That just doesn't make sense. I voted. A New York County let children design the newest I voted sticker and the current frontrunner's image of a hideous spider-human hybrid. Yeah, we covered this on my show. Look at that. They just like ugliness, man. The problem the Democratic Party has the increasing number of loyal Dems voting against them. I mean, let's hope so, right? I hope so. But I think that most people are just brainwashed, man. The right wing is mostly liberal. So, it's like by me, there's only one Republican in each slot, right? So I'm voting straight ticket, right? But more and more, I mean, that's one of the points of the show. The right wing, the conservative, the Republicans are mostly liberal in the very definition of the word. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's just ugly, man. We live in a fallen world. Pennsylvania's acting Secretary of State is already warning us that it might take a while to count all the votes. Pennsylvania Acting Secretary of State Lee M. Chapman revealed there will likely be delays in posting the results from the state's midterm election. Detailed in a virtual news conference how the state would be handling vote counting in the upcoming election, said it would likely take several days to count. And it should just be a law that we should just make a law that you can't do that. That if whatever gets counted that day is the count. That should be the deal. Yeah, up until 2016, really, it was that day or maybe half a day after. Certainly in the first 48 hours. This should be over after that. Jesse Kelly says more of the same. Jesse Kelly says, pro tip, if your state cannot count every vote on election night, there's cheating in your state. Entire nations count their votes on election day. If you can't, it's because you don't want to. Yeah, agree. And Elon Musk told people to vote Republican today, which is interesting. Elon Musk tells independent voters to vote Republican and lefties lose their mind. Demon Hunter is writing in Benito Mussolini. Wow. That's the type of far-right politics we need in this world. Says to independent-minded voters, shared power curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress given that the presidency is Democratic. No, I want right-wing domination. That's what's going to fix the political landscape. Utter right-wing domination of the left. I mean, he's like I said, he's a transhumanist, quasi-satanic liberal. You know what I mean? You can't expect too much about Elon Musk. But we need utter domination by, of the left wing by the right wing. So it is what it is. So yeah, let's get through some of this right-wing stuff. Are people following me? No way. I'm shadow banned, guys. I'm shadow banned, guys. I hate when people say that. It's one of the worst. You just don't like Gary. Yeah, as long as we utter domination of Gary. Good crowd in the chat tonight, mostly because it's my people. So yeah, I covered this earlier. It'd be cool if Trump announces right now. That would be awesome if he gets on there. He's like, Stephen, listen, the far left, the radical Democrats have gone in too far. I get Trump on the show. If I got Trump on the show, I would make my career, guys. I'm like the weirdest mood. Like, unironically, bang energy and soup is how I get in these moods. There's this big... don't support Ron DeSantis for president, man.
Trump at 71, Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%, Mike Pence at 7. Oh, Mike's doing better than I thought.
The Never Trump crowd had one in the chamber. Like a split, I would like to see, in a way, I would like to see Trump versus DeSantis. I like Trump. But I think that Trump running against DeSantis, I've gone back and forth on this. Not on the whether I support Trump or DeSantis, but whether I want Trump to run unopposed or not. I kind of like him running opposed, and that would make him radicalize his decision. Trump is not, if he runs against DeSantis, he's not going to try to beat DeSantis from the left. He has to go further right, and I like that. Get Trump on the show? Yeah. No, he didn't announce yet. It would be blowing up on Twitter. No, he didn't announce. It's rumors. People are saying he should announce tonight. He could. Yeah, I would have seen that. He hinted at the CNN is saying that he's going to announce tonight at a rally in Ohio. If that's true, I'm going to stream it on my channel. Hello, Broken Prophet. Hello. Hello, everybody. Do you like the Zionist or the other Zionist better? It's great choices. Yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, unironically, all we got. Yep. It is what it is. I will very, very, very probably do it again, Sister.
In order to make our country successful and safe and glorious, I will very, very, very probably do it again, okay? Very, very, very probably. Very, very, very. Oh, that's nice. Well, get ready. That's all I'm telling you. Very soon. Get ready.
It'd be funny if it happened tonight. I kind of want to stream it there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it says Charlie, this is from the debate, DeSantis versus Charlie Crist from last week, I believe. Tried to debate Ronnie D last night. Here's some clips showing how they went.
And I would also say this. You mentioned, Liz, that people are flocking to Florida. That would not have happened if Charlie Crist had his way. He wrote me a letter in July of 2020 saying you need to shut down the state of Florida. He said you need to force people to shelter in their own homes. That would have destroyed the state of Florida. That would have caused our tourism industry to go into the toilet. It would have locked out millions of kids from school. I rejected Charlie Crist's lockdown letter. I kept this state open and I kept this state free. And we now have the biggest budget surplus in the history of Florida. We have a 2.5% unemployment.
Yeah, he doesn't have that it factor like Trump.
Second lowest on record, and we just did the biggest tax cut in Florida history.
He kind of has gay voice, too.
Governor, that's time. Congressman, you have 30 seconds for rebuttal.
Thank you very much. Well, Ron, that's rich. You're the only governor in the history of Florida that's ever
not as rich as me.
Shut down.
Trump comes out of nowhere. No, I'm rich.
Our schools. You're the only governor in the history of Florida that shut down our businesses. I never did that as governor. You're the one who's the shutdown guy. We need to have somebody who is at the helm that understands it's important to listen to science.
I know you are, but what am I?
To do what's right.
I'm never watching any of these again other than the president. If Trump's not in the debate, I'm not watching.
Utilize common sense. You don't just shut down at the outset, and then when it's politically convenient for you, you want to open back up to score political points for your race for president. That's not right. It's not what the people deserve.
Governor, you have 30 seconds.
Well, so he opposed having kids in school. His supporters sued me to keep the kids out of school in 2020. And how critical...
I'm making fun of DeSantis more like as much as this
was
guy.
That decision. We just...
Trump changed the debate thing forever.
Just got the nation's report.
Don't ever talk to me about smart. Never.
Card. The results...
He was so much better and more...
from all
just more raw,
50 states. Man. Florida, number 3 in 4th grade reading and number 4 in the country in 4th grade math. And
numbers are just not convincing.
Just that for demographics, we are number 1 in the country in both. That would not have happened.
Trump would not say anything about him as anything other than the number 1. Even if he was number 30 in something, he would say he's number 1.
If we let Charlie Crist and his friends lock our kids out of school like they did in California, and like they did.
It's just so... DeSantis ain't the guy, man.
Well, I was thinking back in the aftermath of this to...
Dude, that voice is so Kermit the Froggy, man.
Well, I was thinking back in the aftermath of this to a poor
woman
over 40 years ago in Jamaica.
Thank you. And very, very nice, Katie Zed.
Found herself pregnant. Didn't think there'd be much opportunity to have a child, was urged to abort the baby, went to get the abortion, and, for whatever reason, and maybe we can't explain, that didn't end up happening, and she ended up having the baby. And I think about that because a few months ago, I appointed her daughter to be the first Jamaican-American justice in the history of the Florida Supreme Court. I just think we're better when everybody counts. I understand.
I don't think DeSantis will dilute the vote. If whoever gets the nominee is going to get most Republicans. Like if DeSantis runs and so does Trump, and Trump gets the nominee, these DeSantis voters are going to vote for Trump.
Everyone's going to be born
because DeSantis is going to endorse Trump.
in perfect circumstances.
Now, if DeSantis and Trump both run and DeSantis gets the nod, then Trump will probably not endorse DeSantis, and that will dilute the vote. If Trump doesn't get the nod, it's over, man.
But
we should just vote Democrat if Trump doesn't get the nod.
Would like to see everybody have a shot. I'm proud of the 15 weeks that we did. I know Charlie.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot more bots lately.
Chris opposes that, even though the baby is fully formed.
Unironically, though, if Trump doesn't get the nod, Aimless Gamer just put a joke in the chat. It says Biden Fetterman 2024. If it's not Trump, I'm going full lulz. You will see me endorse John Fetterman.
Has a heartbeat, can feel pain, and can suck their thumb. He also supports sex-selective
He's got a gay voice,
abortions, which is used to discriminate against little girls. He supports dismemberment abortions, where they literally will tear the baby limb from limb.
True. That's why I make just a clown show of the whole thing, because they're just pro in death. Democrats are just pro death.
Or taxpayer funding of abortion all the way up until the moment of birth.
Ham sandwich 24. That's a good vote. Should we do more of these? Nah. We'll see what happens. The whole debate over the economy is gay too, man. Woke trolls got this fake CNN story trending. Yeah, it said Trump dead at 76. Woke trolls. I'm just smarter than them. Can't even talk, though. Now we're talking here. Putin, Xi Jinping, 2024. I probably will write in Putin. If it's not Trump, I probably won't support a Democrat, but I'm going lulz, though. I'm going lulz vote. You're going to see it happen. I want our boy Trunk. I want Donald Jamarcus Trunk, y'all. There are 185 GOP candidates running for the House, Senate, and governor seats this fall who don't think the 2020 election was legitimate. Most of them are probably going to win. Good. GOP looks to have the U.S. This is just if you pay attention to polls, though, man. I'm writing in Putin. Bigger fan of Putin than Xi Jinping, though. Who's the other guy? Duterte? No, but he's really bad on the COVID stuff, though. Not Gary. Yeah, we write in not Gary over here. GOP looks to have the House on lock. The Senate increasingly looks like it will fall to Republicans as well. Yeah, I hope they get both, and I hope Trump wins, and I hope he doesn't squander it like last time. I just think the system is just a fraud. Open letter back to Florida. Yeah, Kanye West, Putin, Kanye West. It's pretty good. I support Kanye fully. You guys know this. Open letter endorsing Ron DeSantis. I mean, Trump could name Kanye West. I don't think he will. He could. I'm saying I'll allow him to. Kanye, Kyrie Irving. I think Trump Kanye would be awesome. That would be amazing. That would be the best presidential race ever, dude. That would be that would just be pure content. It'd be a year's worth of content. Open letter endorsing DeSantis is signed by more than 30 of Charlie Crist's former colleagues and staff members. Oh my goodness. Let's go on to the next tab. It says, this is literally the worst campaign ad I've seen in my life. I'll be there. Oh, we've watched this one before.
Hey,
not on the show, yo. This is out of Michigan. This is for Tudor Dixon. We'll use this as I'll do this one last because we'll use this to transition to the individual runners. Let's see. I think we got nothing but campaign ads here. That's right. Okay, yeah, we'll do that bad ad last or whatever. I'll allow it. I will. He could do it. Carrie Lake masterfully handled a reporter trying to link her to January 6th and the death of a Capitol Police officer. Sir.
Yes, News.
Hi, Chris.
I don't know if you've seen this ad attacking you. But that's
Which one?
Which one?
Which one, Chris?
The mother of Brian Sicknick, the Capitol Police officer that died the day after January 6th. She, in an attack ad, is saying that people like you specifically are responsible for her son's death. I'm curious what you think when you hear that.
What's her name?
The mother of Brian Sicknick?
Yeah.
I think it's Cindy Sicknick.
Cindy, I just want to say to Cindy Sicknick, I'm so sorry about the death of your son. It is tragic. I'm a mother myself, and that is, it breaks my heart. That is a wound when you lose a child, no matter how old they are, that never heals. And so I don't want to disparage her. She doesn't know me. I wasn't anywhere near the Capitol on January 6th. And I understand that her son died, I think, the following day of a stroke or natural causes. And I feel for her, and I see the pain in her eyes. And I would never try to disparage or hurt her, because I know when a mother has pain like that, there's no way to heal that. And that's why I feel for these moms and dads who hit me up on the campaign trail and they grab me. And you can spot them from across the room. There is a loss in their lives that can never be replaced, and we're losing thousands of young people. When they tell me they lost a son to fentanyl, when they lost a daughter to fentanyl poisoning, this is why we are pushing so hard to secure that border and stop fentanyl from pouring across. I'm used to attack ads. I've had probably more money spent against me than any candidate in Arizona in attack ads, but the people know me here. They're not believing what they're seeing in the attack ads. I've been in their homes for 27 years. And additionally, besides attack ads, I've had 100% negative lying coverage by the fake news of me and my campaign and our people. And so we've withstood that, and we will win, and we're going to do great things for Arizona.
Dude, she's not that good, man. The bar is so low, dude. Like, she's obviously better than Katie Hobbs, but this is just, they're just simping, man. The simping problem in the right wing is just terrible. Kristi Noem, Carrie Lake, Tulsi Gabbard. That was not that good. Is it just that my standard is Trump? That was, if Trump is a 90, that was like a 55. And everyone else is like a 30. But that's not even that good, man. You got to be way more antagonistic. That was not even that good. Do you guys agree? It's just empathy, you know, and it's just she's a centrist. I don't mean in all her policies. I don't know all of her policies, but it's trying to ride that middle, dude. I'm being a little hard to blame the soup. It's all I have. No, dude, I know you agree with me. That wasn't that good, man. That just wasn't that good. I'm writing in Putin. Now, I will say that the endorsement from Chuck Norris is very good. Good. 6.5. I said 65. No, I said 55. No, I didn't. I said 65. You're just messing with me. Good. Blake Masters endorsed by Chuck Norris. Isn't he like 89 now? How good is Chuck Norris? But he'll never die. He'll live on. He'll live on. 82. Look how good am I, dude? I got within 7 years. C-, D+. Yeah, that was not that good. 6.5 out of 10 after I said 65. People are just leaving in droves. What? Is it because I support Putin? You will too one day. Are you laughing at my good? I mean, certain things are good. He's 82, yeah. But he'll never really die. And this is what? Stephen Miller, this ad by Stephen Miller's America First Legal Group is airing in Georgia.
When did racism against white people become okay? Joe Biden put white people last in line for COVID relief funds. Kamala Harris said disaster aid should go to non-white citizens first. Liberal politicians block access to medicine based on skin color. Progressive corporations, airlines, universities all openly discriminate against white Americans.
We need more of this.
Racism is always wrong. The left's anti-white bigotry must stop. We are all entitled to equal treatment under law. America.
Yeah, we live literally in an anti-white society. Putin would be better than almost anyone except for Trump, dude. Putin would be baller. So this is Ammon Bundy running on bullying liberals into leaving red states.
Idaho liberals say that if I'm elected as governor, they will leave the state. Well, I'm here to tell you that when I'm elected governor, Idaho will help pay for their moving costs. After all, it's cheaper than keeping them here. Idaho spends nearly 40% of our annual budget on welfare programs. That's almost $4 billion of your tax dollars going up in the smoke every year. As governor, we will be getting rid of property tax, income tax, and your grocery tax, and balancing the budget by ending our billion-dollar welfare state. Idaho isn't California, and if liberals have a problem with that, then we'll help them move there. Ooh. After all, the moving costs will be only a fraction of the price to keep them here. No one is saying you have to leave, but if you're going to stay here, then you have to work like the rest of us.
I like that. See, that's better energy, dude. That's better energy. Yo, you're right. Yeah, maybe they're licking my style, huh? Yeah, let's watch what it says is the worst. So, yeah, this is a Tudor Dixon ad. Holy boomer, Batman. Let's watch it.
Hey, have you seen the TV ads with the governor talking about the great things she's done for Michigan?
She's a liar. Whitmer can say what she wants, but we live here. Just look around, man.
During COVID, Whitmer locked down businesses like the Owasso Barber and put one woman from Holland in jail. Oh, yeah. 3,000 restaurants closed. And she's pro-business?
Yeah, right.
And what about those higher gas and food prices?
Our schools were closed for almost 2 years. Poor kids.
Speaking of kids, Whitmer says she's going to work like hell to keep killing babies.
And she put COVID patients in Graham's nursing home.
Graham died alone.
Okay. I'm voting for the other chick. What's her name?
Tudor Dixon.
Okay, let's roll.
Watch out for potholes. Whitmer never kept her promise to
fix the damn road.
Look, it's not the worst ever. It's pretty cute, man. I saw it once. It's not the worst. It's kind of endearing. It's supposed to be kind of a joke, yeah, but it is. So Gratiot County GOP, big shout out to Gratiot. Big shout out. Big shout out to Gratiot. Okay. So now we're getting to the individual videos. I thought that was kind of endearing. So bad, it's good. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty corny, yeah. But it's not the worst. I mean, it doesn't take itself too seriously. Gretchen Whitmer. More like Gretchen Whitmer. Is claiming she never forced COVID patients into nursing homes. Here are the receipts.
Do you regret the decisions you made when it comes to nursing homes and COVID?
So I think it's important to correct the record. My opponent continues to tell people that nursing homes were forced to take COVID patients. They were not. They never were.
Never. And I totally never got a kidnap plot against me. Well, that latter part's true. She ordered all nursing homes to make a reasonable effort to establish a unit to isolate COVID-19 patients. Hospitals were required to keep patients until a spot in a nursing home, regional hub, or other safe facility became available. Tweet from AOC. Let's see if I can get in on it. Now it's a retweet. Oh boy, big news, Donald Trump. So Donald Trump is... Oh boy, big news. So Donald Trump. I don't have the I don't have crazy face like that guy. Roseanne Barr, I believe, did run for president. I think she did in 2016. Maybe I'm wrong. Whitmer talks about people with a period on TikTok. I do not like this older hags with TikTok thing.
Bipartisan tax cut will help reduce the economic burden of the cost of menstrual products,
Dude, I can fix her.
especially for lower income Michiganders. Saving people with a period from paying taxes on up to $4,800 in spending over the course of their life.
Gretchen, I can fix her. Whitmer. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. Just a joke. I think I can fix her, though. 3-minute masterclass. I bet you this is going to be mid as well. All right. They just simp. They simp so hard, man. 3-minute masterclass in dealing with the corporate. I have actually not watched any clips from Tudor Dixon yet, so it's a funny name. But masterclass, oh boy, big news, Donald Trump.
You seem to have many answers.
Tudor, Joe Capoletti with the Associated Press. The governor mentioned some comments you made about the upcoming November election and what would have to happen with the Secretary of State for you not to accept those results. Can you maybe talk about that? What would have to go wrong, I guess, for you not to accept results in November?
I've just made it clear that if she runs an illegal election again, that would be a problem. I'm hoping that she won't do that.
Tudor, Jonathan Ostingbridge, Michigan. You claim that the governor forced people to get vaccines. Can you clarify that comment? Michigan never had a mandate.
I was talking about her Vax to Normal program that said if we wanted to have our freedoms and liberties back, that we had to get to a certain percentage of people that were vaxxed.
Tudor, Zach Rorschach from Dogward Service. You've been critical of schools remaining closed, but as governor, what would you have done for school districts? Their school boards decided we are going to remain in a virtual posture instead of going in person. What could you have done? What would you have done?
Look, we saw other states like Florida that said we are going to have schools in person, that's critical, and that's what we should have done in the state of Michigan. We saw other states opening their schools, and the children were safe, and they ended up having much less learning loss than the state of Michigan.
Mrs. Dixon, Samantha Rich from the Michigan Daily. Governor Whitmer kind of stressed her record of bipartisan collaboration, and I'm just wondering what your plan is to work across the aisle.
Yeah, it's interesting that she talks about that because there are actually legislators that she's never met. So I would sit down with our legislators and meet with them regularly.
Thank you.
Craig Mauger from the Detroit News. Governor Whitmer asked you at one point, do you really think that books are more dangerous than guns? You didn't directly respond to that. What's your response to that question?
I think there are dangers all over for our children. I don't rank one as different than the other. I want to make sure our kids are safe no matter what.
Tudor, I'm Ariana Heyman from the Open Post. You've criticized your opponent for failing to fix the roads. So I'm wondering how you plan to fix it and how you plan to pay for them.
Yeah, we've talked about this, that we want to make sure that we work with the legislature to
Boring.
get the road funding in there. Look, she had a budget that she's increased by nearly $20 billion, and she wasn't able to find the money.
That's funny. You thought Tudor Dixon was the ticket, like both last names. It's funny. That's a weird name. A lady's named Tudor?
I want to sit with our legislature and work with them to make sure that that is prioritized in the future.
Tudor, Anna Pavelski, the Michigan Daily. I was wondering if you could clarify what content you would want removed from...
Boring. It's so boring.
And how that would impact sex education in schools.
If you've been talking to parents, they are concerned.
Yes, correct. This would be better, yes. Slap Weasel, who's actually going to be part of my my comm staff, Slap says, my answer, not only do I refuse to work across the aisle, I hope that most do not survive my administration. That's a good one.
Good. Content that is pornographic in our schools.
4 doors, Dixon.
Police with WNAM TV5 on the issue of criminality.
2 doors, more shores.
Abortion. Can you just
okay.
clarify or give
keep it going, guys. I like it.
View of how you would handle that if the 1931 abortion ban does go back into effect, and if people are criminalized for this, what would you do? Because I know you said before that you are not for criminalization.
You know, this is something that the people will decide, and we'll find
Where's
out
Trump?
what the
Clone Trump, dude.
And the law is on the books. If that's the law, then we'll see what happens in the November 9th or the November 8th election.
Drew, I'd ask you, you were talking about, controversial books in schools. What's your reaction to what happened in Spring Lake with the book Clear that was removed for the book? The board decided to remove it.
We've been talking about having the Parents' Right to Know Act, and that's what we want to see happening, is that parents get to see the content. If with our Parents' Right to Know Act, we would have to post what books are in the classroom library and what books are in the school
But enough
library.
about me.
Parents can go and say, I don't think this material is appropriate. And in the case of Spring Lake, they were able to take that off the library shelves and say, if we need to use this, we'll talk to a parent and say, this is an opportunity for you to use this curriculum or to use this book to talk to your child. And that's how they chose to handle it, and I think that's appropriate.
The whole live chat simultaneously committing seppuku.
And we seem to have many answers.
Stephen Colbert gets shut down by the biggest newspaper in Michigan after Tudor-Dixon attack. I don't care, dude. I do not even want to watch what these people are like. Did Beto... We've got a lot of cringe today, guys. Did Beto really think thrusting his hips to promote abortion was a good idea?
For a yellow bone, long hair star. Thick in the hips, come get him.
Democrats are just perverts, man. Where's Trump? Give me Trump. Why are all Democrats doing these awful TikToks?
Hey, so you back.
I'm going to throw up my soup. I'm going to have to get more. Get more soup. I need Bang energy drinks and soup on my desk now. Fox station calls. Yeah, this happened, what, a week ago? A Fox station out of Arizona calls the governor. I can't say gubernatorial with a straight face. The governor's race for the Democrats and post results days before the polls even open. She started talking smack. Yeah, but girls can't talk smack, man. Like, I've never seen a woman be able to, in politics. We're really not even in life. Like, women can't talk smack. We've seen examples of what they call Carrie Lake doing it. Megyn Kelly, just all kinds of people. Hillary Clinton. The women can't talk smack. It just comes off as bitchy. That's not what they're doing. They're not talking smack. They're bitching. That's like what it is. Fox 10. I like Paul Gosar, by the way. He America first. What's with the fake election graphic that's got Hobbs over Carrie Lake? Is this the same Fox News that called Arizona for Biden 5 minutes after the polls closed? Planet Earth Stacey Abrams is now doing cringe TikToks with celebrities to drum up votes in Georgia.
I'm looking for a yellow.
What is this? We're so influenced by, this part of the culture is just so influenced by this crass, vulgar, black hip hop thing, man. Uses Bang to rehydrate dry soup, destroying everything. I can see that. That might be my new brand. That's very on brand. So it's Zeldin versus Hochul, struggling in polls, being blamed on misogyny because racism wasn't available. Well, she's not of a, oh well. Destroying, I love the destroying everything meme. I wonder if we'll ever, I guess if we cover that topic again, we'll play the Terminator trans, keeps marching forward, destroying everything. Lee Zeldin might actually beat Kathy Hochul after schooling her in last night's New York gubernatorial debate. You got to over-pronounce the goober, because a lot of people say gooba. They say like gubernatorial. Gubernatorial. Oh, gubernatorial. Oh, gubernatorial. Oh, gubernatorial. Debate. Gubernatorial son. Oh. I like destroying everything. If you add, if Lee Zeldin might actually beat Kathy Hochul after schooling her in last night's New York gubernatorial debate, destroying everything.
Yeah, I mean, the reality
I've never
is,
seen Zeldin talk.
And I've been asking for months, and my opponent still can't finish this sentence, so you can't expect her to ever fix it. But New York leads the entire nation in population
rat face.
loss because. She actually got asked this question by the media a few weeks ago when she was at Binghamton Airport. She probably would love to have a redo because she messed it up that time. For me, you ask me, why does New York lead the entire nation in population loss? Because their wallets, their safety, their freedom, and their quality of their kids' education are under attack. So they're hitting their breaking point. They're looking at other states like the Carolinas, Tennessee, Texas, Florida, and elsewhere, and they feel like their money will go further, they'll feel safer, and they'll live life freer. The state is at a crossroads. We were at a crossroads in 1994 when New York elected George.
I love when they pretend to write stuff down. Like here. She's stressed out.
Is at a crossroads. We were at a crossroads in 1994 when New York elected George Pataki, and we're at a crossroads right now. But as far as what happens with Kathy Hochul and one-party rule for 4 more years, outside power of self-described socialists, we need balance and common sense restored to Albany.
The butterfly gracefully collects pollen from the pistil of the flower, destroying everything. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And unfortunately, Kathy Hochul believes that the only crimes that are being committed are these crimes with guns. And you have people who are afraid of being pushed in front of oncoming subway cars. They're being stabbed, beaten to death on the street with hammers. Go talk to the Asian American community and how it's...
Just ask Nancy Pelosi's husband. Oh, get it? Because he said hammer.
to impact them with the loss of lives. Jewish people targeted with raw, violent anti-Semitism on our streets. It just happened yet again. We need to be talking about all of these other crimes, but instead, Kathy Hochul's too busy patting herself on the back. Job well done. No, actually, right now, there should be a special session. The state legislature should come back and they should overhaul cashless bail and these other pro-criminal laws with zero tolerance. But they're saying, elect me. She says, elect me, and then you'll find out where maybe I'll stand on this issue in January.
That's very good. I like a guy that's funny. You know what I'm saying? I like a guy that's funny. He can make a good punchline. You know, there's still just nothing he said was funny. They were still laughing from the Paul Pelosi joke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'll be saying, though? New York City Assemblyman Peter Abate Jr. Abate Jr. caught on video taking down a Ria Zerdan signs.
For office?
He's breaking the law.
He's breaking the law.
Yes.
Breaking the law.
Okay.
And you can quote me in that saying, I think it would be a disgrace for someone running for governor who's breaking the law before he even takes office.
It's not just about politics, it's what's written on those signs and what that man stands for.
In Borough Park, it's a disgrace how many signs are up over there. Have you ever gone through Borough Park?
If this is a legit crime.
This leads to bigger crime. That's the problem we have. People are not enforcing the law.
But you, as a sitting politician, you're an assemblyman, correct?
Yes. And
you should not be taking down other running politician
I should take
signs.
down any sign.
So you don't think it's immorally wrong for you to be taking down Z. Zeldin signs?
No. I was the one that led the fight to take those off.
Oh, man. I'm so glad I live in the South, man. I like the North. I'm from the North, but I'm honestly, I'm glad I'm not on the East Coast anymore. Certainly the Northeast. I think the Northeast is the worst part of the country, man. You know, I could handle being up in Michigan again, Northern Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. That would be okay. The West, I'm unfamiliar with how the West is like. You know, I like new places, so that's cool. But the Northeast, man, it's just the way the people are, man. Let's get into some Fetterman stuff. So this is pretty crazy. Look at this. No, he said, but where's the better clip? This is the clip. This is cool.
So today, Dr. Oz is going to be standing with Donald Trump on the stage. I'm going to be proud to be standing with a president that is 100% sedition-free.
That is pretty amazing.
100% sedition-free.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, this Fetterman, you guys see this one? This is from 6 years ago. This is not even recent, but this still, it speaks to a higher truth. It speaks to a greater truth. So this is a Fetterman ad from 6 years ago.
Mr. Fetterman. Mr. Fetterman,
Yeah,
you need any help?
I'm running for the U.S. Senate, kid. I need all the help I can get.
You're running for Senate?
Sure.
Where's your suit and your flag pin and your hair?
Oh, hey, kid.
I just want you to know I'd vote for you.
Hey, thanks, kid.
You want a drink?
Nah, no.
Really, you can have it.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, this is pre-stroke. He looks a lot better.
See you around.
Hey, kid. Catch.
He still has the lump, man. Yeah, he still has the lump. Look at that. Yo. That is, we live in dark times, man.
Wow.
John Fetterman's lump gets loose in 7-Eleven, destroying.
Thanks, Mayor John.
We got to watch that clip. I don't think there's anything about that clip that's necessarily bad, right? He looks way better there. Yeah, he's way worse now. Watch John Fetterman's. He's just
Well, let's talk about.
got like cancerous AIDS now. Dude.
Well, let's talk about inflation because that's a big concern for voters. What do you think the biggest cause of inflation is, and should the Biden administration be doing more?
No, I just do. I think that simply is also let's talk about the trillions in massive tax cuts to the corporate tax structure as well. True, trillions of dollars that have added to the deficit. And now they still want to support those as well. True. I think in terms of being very serious about addressing inflation is making sure that those rates are brought back into a line with what they should have been, where they're able to.
What do you mean? Yeah, Dems be like, what do you mean? You're being ableist.
Fight the deficit.
You're being ableist. Yeah, he's like got he looks better when he's a little bit thicker, a little bit like thick girl. His inability to speak diverted attention away from his concerning forehead. I love the emoji, the crying emoji so much. I don't know how to describe. Is it in the, can I do emojis in this chat? Life to the max. You know what emoji I'm talking about. Put that emoji in the chat. It's like my favorite emoji. The tears streaming down the face. Yeah, yeah, Life to the Max just put it in there. Yeah, that's my favorite emoji. I love it so much. Yeah, I love that. I love using the tears streaming down the face, destroying everything meme. News anchor tries to give John Fetterman a chance to fix his awful answer on fracking from last week's debate. Somehow Fetterman gives an even more confusing answer. I love the original one. The 7. I'm not into fracking. I like fracking. I'm not into fracking. I don't support fracking. I've never liked fracking. Good night, everybody.
The moment that stands out that they keep using over and over again is your comment about fracking, your answer to the fracking question. Here it is.
There is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, I don't support
this is one of the great moments.
fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
that is so funny, man. That is so
quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Do you understand why people are now questioning your ability to be our senator from the state of Pennsylvania because of moments like that?
No, I believe that my support of fracking has always been one that in the past was some of the environmental concerns.
I mean, that wasn't as bad. I mean, that was one of the great moments, dude. That's one of the great moments in debate history.
Two.
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Do you understand why?
Yeah, but to be honest, though, if you didn't have 7 seconds of silence and then you just said it, that's how I would respond to abortion. I mean, or I guess I would be like, it's not biblical. God hates it. I don't support abortion. I'll never support abortion. I don't support abortion. You know, what's there to talk about? I like that, though. So, okay, let's pivot here. We're making good time. I thought this was going to be about a 3-hour stream. Let's get into this general election coverage, things like that. Make sure you vote tomorrow. Make sure you vote really hard. Vote 15 times. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not Democrats. Oh my gosh, we keep getting bombed by these. That one's on the pubcast. Jeez. Maybe I'll take care of it. Maybe I'll be able to do it. Oh, Waffle Salter. Very good. We just have great mods over here. We have the best mods. The best. Before we get into the rest of this, Frank is in the chat to remind you to follow me on Odysee, to follow me on Rumble, and to follow KDZ on YouTube. Thanks, Frank. You're just a pal. You know, KDZ's getting a big head right now because she has a video that's going, that has like 5,000 views. So follow those 3 links. Odysee, Rumble, KDZ, YouTube. KDZ makes the thumbnails for this year program. Thanks, Frank. Hi, Frank. Thanks, Frank. Women voting for Republicans is like roaches voting for Raid. They're a Raid apologist.
Progressives might believe in alternatives to police and all these weird things, but the majority of people that are moderate and left are not soft on crime.
Okay,
answer the question, though. In these debates, don't say the right's making it up. Say, I hear you, and this is what I'll do.
I know. What they should be saying is the following, okay? They should be saying that.
I like Slap. Can you type in your answer from earlier, Slap, where it was like, I will not work across the aisle, and hopefully most will not survive. Can you type that in again, Slap?
While violent crime has risen, the states that have weakened gun laws have seen the gun crime surges. Those are the states. And the Democrat-run major cities spend 38% more on policing per person than Republican-run states. For some reason, you're right. The Democrats can't seem to get these words out that we don't have no trouble saying.
Saying it doesn't exist is not an answer to the problem, and that's what they keep saying. Republicans.
It is if you don't feel like working with them. I'm very comfortable saying that their concerns just don't even exist.
So surprising to me is the abortion issue. I read a poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican.
Why?
It's almost like
they might all be guys, dude. That might be a man. I don't want to play this whole clip. I don't feel like getting AIDS today. Not only will I not reach across the aisle, I hope most of them do not survive my administration. That's a good response. You're going to be part of my comms team, but that might require us to meet in real life. Maybe not. Maybe you'll just zoom in. Maybe it'll be just like a brain in a vat somewhere. High turnout and voter suppression can take place at the same time.
The access to voting is being attacked.
But doesn't that record turnout show that Georgia voters are finding ways to vote even amid
I'm not going to get into specifics of what Georgia voters are doing. What I am saying,
Georgia Floyd,
is that generally speaking, again, more broadly speaking, of course, high turnout and voter suppression can take place at the same time.
You've never been seen in human form except with my 3 friends, which I totally have. Yeah, okay, well, maybe I'll become a 4th one day. I'm going to need a staff one day. I'm expecting all you guys to vote for me. Remember how voter ID laws are racist? Now they're transphobic. Ooh.
Yep. Good to see you. And as Gen Z gears up to hit...
Look at this. Look at the physiognomy. Look at the...
the strictest voter ID laws.
Sure, yeah. So voter ID laws disproportionately impact trans people because trans people are more likely to have IDs without the name that they go by and the gender marker that reflects how they.
Well, that should all be illegal. like not having the name you go by and not having your actual gender should just be illegal on the driver's license.
Sure, yeah. So voter ID laws disproportionately impact.
And as Gen Z gears up.
Look at this. Look at this. She's not even speaking in this clip right here. I just want to break down. Like, it looks like this. She's storing acorns in her cheeks for the winter, dude.
Sure, yeah. So voter ID laws disproportionately impact trans people because trans people are more likely to have IDs without the name that they go by and the gender marker that reflects how they present. And recent research shows that just over 200,000.
Do you see how all the institutions are a part of the scam? Just to kind of pop off for a second. If you watch any one of these clips, this is why I just disrespect the entire system. I just mock and disrespect the whole thing, and I expect people to keep up because polling is not to be trusted. The media, academia, it's all this filtering scam scheme. It's the whole thing. They own everyone in every position of influence, whether it's intellectual or commentary or philosophical or anything. Anyone that's approved is part of the scam. And one thing that gets, and almost no amount of, well, I am in favor of institutions that breakaway institutions. What can we do other than give up? There needs to be right-wing institutions. If you're going to do polling at all, you need right-wing polling. But if you're approved in the mainstream, you're part of the scam. I saw this poll and recent studies show, and this new focus group just did a study. The people they get on air, it's like, if you're approved, man, I don't trust you. And also, if you don't talk about 3 or 4 of these different really controversial issues, I also don't trust you. Right? At least I'm not going to pay attention to what you're saying. Oh, jeez. Aimless gamer, I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what Aimless Gamer's putting down over there. Want to see, should we hear from Hillary Clinton?
Hello, Indivisibles.
Hi.
I'm here to highlight something that is keeping me up at night.
Yeah, adrenochrome.
And I know this group really understands what I'm about to say. I know we're all focused on the 2022 midterm elections, and they are incredibly important. But we also have to look ahead, because you know what? Our opponents certainly are. Right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election. And they're not making a secret of it. The right-wing controlled Supreme Court may be poised to rule on giving state legislatures, yes, you heard me that correctly, state legislatures the power to overturn presidential elections. Just think, if that happens, the 2024 presidential election could be decided not by the popular vote or even by the anachronistic Electoral College, but by state legislatures, many of them Republican-controlled. But there's also good news in the face of this very real threat to democracy. Indivisible has launched...
See, look, honestly, she's not as bad as a lot of the people. Like, I would rather, like, I'm not saying I like Hillary Clinton, you know, but I like her more than Kamala Harris. I like her more than any of the young females in the Democratic Party.
Crush the coup to make sure we're ready to defend.
People saying they hope Biden resigns are insane. I like her more than Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi obviously isn't young, but just on the way she sounds, and she's better than Kamala, dude. Kamala and Pelosi are worse than Hillary Clinton, dude.
Democracy in 2024. They've put together a list of critical races in 6 key states and how you can get involved. Will you support?
Yeah, I can fix her.
Crush the coup by donating to Indivisible and state legislature candidates. Each of these races is highly competitive, and your dollars could very well decide the winners and the winner of the next presidential election. This could not be more important or more urgent.
I unironically think I can fix her. I can fix her. I can. It's so funny. I'm offering like zero analysis. I mean, like, what do you guys need? Anything? Like, any questions? I'm not going to respond to blue pills in the chat. It's not today's day. You know, vote Republican, vote as far right as you can. And don't take the system seriously. You guys don't think I can fix her? Jeez. Talk about blue pills. You guys don't think, look, you have faith in your leader. You know, don't you have faith in your leader? I prefer the old guard. I like Biden and Hillary way more than like Kamala and Obama, dude. I think I can fix her. This host claims that black people have lost the right to vote.
Ultimately, voters have the right to...
You guys don't think I can fix Hillary?
Vote for someone who has crazy ideas like the Muslim ban.
Oh yeah, this is like the king of physiognomy right here, dude. I've broken down what this guy looks like on my show before. What is this? Medri Shadmi Hamid. Yeah. Yeah, look at this guy's whole
Ultimately,
look.
Voters have the right to vote for someone who has crazy ideas like the Muslim ban. Those are illiberal. Those are things that go against individual rights and freedoms.
Can I jump in? There's a lot of straw men here. Nobody's saying they don't have the right to vote for crazy ideas. Nobody's saying that all Trump voters are fascists. You use the word authoritarian. I'm fine with authoritarian. I mean, we're now into pedantry here. I would argue many Trump voters would be very upset being called authoritarian.
It's like, dude, I'm just sick of these non-Americans debating. I've said this many, many times before. America has become the world's like ideological petri dish, dude, and it just cannot be so. I don't know. I don't make the rules for who can and cannot be an American, but it can't be everybody, dude. It can't be like, I mean, look, I'm not trying to be overly xenophobic or whatever. I'm like that enough, right? But I'm saying these guys are like not American. And this is why I'm not a civic nationalist. I don't know what, like, this is just ridiculous, man. Maybe I'm like racist or whatever. I don't think I am. There's something like clowny, like at least work on a new voice or like get plastic surgery or something or produce a fake birth certificate, something. But it's just like every country, what's the definition of an American? Oh, anybody at any time, anywhere. I mean, you can be in the far corners of Saudi Arabia. You can have a say over American policy. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Just, nobody's saying that Trump vote is a fascist. Yes, they are. Okay. But you're not even American. Like,
Karen, but you're calling.
Am I off base here? I know that my fans agree with me. But there's at a certain point, it's just got to be like, can we just get like a couple white guys? I mean, look, I'm just saying, this is the stuff I'll pop, like, bleach your skin, something, dude. Like, I just don't, like, my standards are not ridiculous, I'm not my stand but look at the two people and what they sound like and what they look like that are debating our nation.
Trump authoritarian. So let's agree he is something that is not normal. He's a threat to democracy. He's not just anti-immigration, Shadi. He wanted to build a moat, put alligators in it, and shoot immigrants in the legs. If that is not fascism, I don't know what is.
Okay, well, I didn't hear about the alligator thing, Mandy. But if I can just finish the thought.
I didn't know about that
here. Look, the danger is when you, I would just want to put the question back to you, Mandy. What are you actually suggesting we do if Trump wins fair and square? Let's forget about any like foul play or anything like that. If he wins in 2024, what are you going to do? Are you going to respect that result?
I mean, I don't accept the premise of your question. If he wins in 2024, let's forget the foul play. How can I forget the foul play when now the Republican Party is trying to change state legislature rules, voting rules? Shadi, right now, they are taking steps to make sure that the 2024 election is...
You gotta, change your name to, Frank Smith. I don't know. There's the voice, the look, and the name. Okay, maybe this is what it is. I mean, I'm kind of thinking on the fly here. How about this? You have voice, name, and look. 2 out of 3 have to appear reasonably American. This is no actual policy solution here. Gary, I mean, look, I know you're not a big fan of Gary, but I'm saying Gary Jones, where you're from, what you look like, your name, and your voice. 2 of 4 have to appear I don't care if it's even fake. I don't even care if it's fake. Frank Jones from Omaha, Nebraska, but you get to sound like that and you get to look like that. Or you get plastic surgery and get a voice changer, a voice coach, and then you can be named Ahmed Nahinanajad from Iran, right? Did I do that right? No, yeah. Or you get a voice coach and you just be from South Carolina and you can have an Arab name. I'm losing track of the 4 things, but you get it, right? See, Slapweasel's more of an extremist than me. I'm saying at a certain point, what I'm saying is the business of politics, you have to compromise a little bit. I would like to also have no fake Americans. I too would like that, but you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it all. So I'm saying 3 out of 4, your name, where you're from, your voice, and what you look like. 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4, you're not going to get all of it. You're not going to get all of it. You're never going to get 4 out of 4. So I'm saying 3. How about this? 3 out of 4, and you can fake one of them. How about that? What you look like, your name, where you're from, and what you sound like. You have to have 3 out of 4 presenting, and one of them can be fake. So it's you can have a fake voice modulator that makes you sound like a dude from the Bible Belt, right? But you have to have 2 out of the other 3 be authentic, and 1 can be totally mystery meat, right? Oh, dang, that's a good point. Hervey says we have a group that does that already. Yikes. Yeah, oh man, dang, the Trump card. Oh man, you're so right.
It's not a free and fair election. You keep
this is concerning,
pushing
Mandy.
that away.
You're not willing to accept that outcome then. That's concerning to me.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm willing to accept an outcome of a free and fair election. Shadi, as of right now, do you believe the 2024 election will be a free and fair election if black people are denied the right to vote, if there is racist gerrymandering continues,
the right to vote.
if elections
especially if that happens.
That's the first I've heard that black people have been the vote has been taken away from them. I mean,
the first you've heard that black voters are being disenfranchised in America.
This is exaggerated rhetoric that it's raising the existential stakes. And what I would like each of us to do is to try to lower the temperature. You're not willing to do that.
Hold on, Shadi. Do you not think our democracy is under threat? This is a very simple question. You think that election work is being harassed, trying to overturn elections, death threats to election officials, changing of voting laws, disenfranchisement of people in Florida? Okay, you think none of that is affecting the free and fair election in 2024? Seriously.
But the other side of it is that when you raise the specter of fascist threat,
Shadi,
can I just let
me? One party is trying to overturn democracy right now. Please stop the both sides.
Okay, when you raise the specter of a fascist threat, it justifies taking extraordinary measures to suppress that threat. And that's why sometimes people like the idea of suppressing democracy in order to save it. We think that so much is at stake that we have to do anything it takes to prevent Trump or someone like him from winning in 2024. That can lead to overreach. I worry your rhetoric can lead us to do things we shouldn't do in a democratic context, and for us as liberals to go too far into demonizing our opponents and the other side. That is not sustainable in a democracy.
We're gonna have
I just want to keep our democracy.
Oh my gosh. It keeps marching forward, destroying everything, dude. Oh man. I would rather this out of our system.
They do.
Oh, there's a lot of swearing in this one. Yeah, we gotta go forward to. Here we go. This is what I want out of our. This is what I really want. This is how I want our system to go. Terminator trans keeps marching forward, destroying everything. Hey, we're getting a refund. This is what the debate should be. Hey, we're getting a refund. Terminator trans keeps marching forward while being tased by police, destroying everything. Dude, you guys, unironically though, like, what about my idea? 3 out of 4. Yeah, but no, Moose debunked it. We already have a group that does that. Dang it. 3 out of 4. What if we have like some sort of board, some sort of tribunal? Undiluted cringe in this pro-Democrat music video. Oh yes. Okay, this is what we can all unify around.
SCOTUS took away the right to control our bodies, then hid behind their fences.
And they can't create anything new. This is just a Taylor Swift song.
For a fight, started a riot, and it's getting stranger.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to stop the peaceful transfer for the first time. Despicable and cynical. But we are coming up on an important deadline. It's time.
Oh gosh.
You all know what to do. Gotta vote in 22. Republicans will take gay rights and might try another coup. We don't like what we see.
I try to pretend for like 60 seconds. I hate it. Spud, those guys are over on Last American Pubcast. We're on 2 different channels right now. When you're watching the show, you should watch on Last American Pubcast because that gets Frank extra watch time from the monetized. They can't even create, man. More TikToks.
Monday night, and here's what's happened.
B, what are you doing under my desk?
Well, under the desk
Same thing I was doing last week.
is kind of my thing. I mean,
just right where I like it.
Here's the thing. You can stay for now, but when it comes time to voting, you're going to have to get up because you've got climate change legislation on the ballot. You've got gun safety, and
why don't you stay down there and do what you're good at?
If we can elect more pro-choice members of Congress, we can reinstitute Roe versus Wade as the law of the land. So you can't.
I like Hose be mad more than Roe v.
Stay
Wade.
here. You're gonna have to take a little bit of time to vote.
is now a bad time to say that I voted for McCain in 2008?
As long as you voted. It's okay.
Go to iwillvote.com and I will see you at the polls.
Oh, great. Sounds good. Almost wore out my welcome here. There's some other things that I want to do today, but they're more general things. Yeah, guys. Yeah, everybody. We're almost done. I thought we were gonna go till 6:30, but that's all. Pajama boy. This Florida Democrat got handled a huge L, reposted her L, and then got slapped with a Twitter fact check for the L trifecta. Oh! We're going to skip it. Democrat blows the whistle on election fraud in Florida. Claims to have evidence of illegal ballot harvesting and tampering. Oh! We're going to skip it. We're going to skip it, guys. Let's go over to the Pelosi thing. We'll just cool down with this, guys. Both streams today. The one on my channel earlier was like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it seemed like an eternity. This one's been an hour and 45. It seemed like an eternity, guys. Maybe I'm just getting better at the pacing. It's been an hour and 45-minute stream. I've added probably less than 10 minutes of actual commentary. And one was me trying to play, 3 out of 4 mystery meat. How do we compromise with the left? You can't have 4 out of 4. You can't not be American, talk like a foreigner, look like a foreigner, and what was the 4? And your name, I don't even remember the 4. It wasn't even a real, when I'm in charge, you're not going to get 4 out of 4. You get a -1 out of 4. If you even support people like that, you're going to be out of the country. Baseless conspiracies about Paul Pelosi, homosexual. They repeated a report from Politico. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's a gay guy. He was doing the gay meth thing. He was doing the gay meth thing. You can't blame him, right? How are you going to do that? Baseless conspiracy theories. Yeah, Wednesday will be a more lighter show. We'll just probably talk about a certain people group the whole time. We always have fun doing that, right? Why did NBC delete this post? Come on, give it to me. Come on, Telegram.
Craig, good morning. When officers arrived here at the Pelosi home exactly a week ago today, they initially didn't have any idea exactly what was going on. They knew they had a high priority call on their hand. What was unclear, what was happening inside the property just behind me.
This morning, Paul Pelosi is home, back at the house that became a crime scene a week ago today. NBC News learning new details about the moments police arrived. Sources familiar with what unfolded in the Pelosi residence now revealing when officers responded to the high-priority call, they were seemingly unaware they'd been called to the home of the Speaker of the House. After a knock and announce, the front door was opened by Mr. Pelosi. The 82-year-old did not not immediately declare an emergency or try to leave his home, but instead began walking several feet back into the foyer toward the assailant and away from police. It's unclear if the 82-year-old was already injured or what his mental state was, say sources. According to court documents, when the officer asked what was going on, defendant smiled and said everything's good. But instantaneously, a struggle ensued as police clearly saw David DePape strike Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer. After tackling the suspect, officers rushed to Mr. Pelosi, who was lying in a pool of blood.
What we do know is he brutally attacked Mr. Pelosi and attempted to kill him.
After spending several days in the ICU, Pelosi, who is recovering from a fractured skull and serious injuries to his arm and hand, is now home, where Capitol Police remain on alert. Investigators have previously said Pelosi did not know DePape when the 42-year-old broke into his home. Why Pelosi didn't try to flee or tell responding officers he was in distress is unclear.
Fear takes over. Fear freezes people.
This morning, the 82-year-old lucky to be alive after an intruder nearly killed him in his own home.
Law enforcement officials tell us the bottom line here is this was a terrifying situation. We still don't know exactly what unfolded between Mr. Pelosi and the suspect for the 30 minutes they were alone inside that house before police arrived.
What is that hair? I love how we go after stuff that's so much easier to figure out. I mean, actually, no, not easier. It's easier. It's easy to figure out that this system is just BS. What's harder to figure out is that real hair or not?
Officials who were investigating.
That's way harder. You know, I've got my mind made up on so much, but I don't have my mind made up on what is on top of his head.
In this matter,
that's something I need to poll the crowd
would
on.
not go into further details about these new details. Craig, back to you.
Yeah,
like,
thanks for sure.
I'm just saying, dude, that is not a real thing. I'm a hair denier. Hide the hammer. That hair is too weird. So we're doing the Pelosi thing, and like, I know that this story, I know that Paul Pelosi is gay. I know that they're playing hide the hammer. What I don't know is what is on top of that guy's head. Like white guy hair, yeah. NBC scoop about the Pelosi attack flatly contradicts the federal government's claims about the incident. Oh, a skunk pelt. You're right. That's the name of the band I'm starting next month. Numerous anomalies identified in David DePape. I thought it was DePape. Connected websites indicate he did not create the articles in these websites, nor did he work alone. It's just a conspiracy, man. Most of these things are just a conspiracy. It's just mostly an op. Yeah. Charlie Kirk calls for his audience to post bail for Pelosi attacker.
I mean, I'm looking at Politico.com.
This guy's got a tiny face. Like the real estate outside of his face is disproportionate.
Looking at the New York Times.
He's gotten a little fatter, which has actually helped.
I'm looking at all these
He's a weird looking
places,
guy.
and there's a little bit of mention here. For example, Politico says top Republicans reject any link between GOP rhetoric and Paul Pelosi assault. Of course you should reject any link. Why is the Republican Party, why is the conservative movement to blame for gay schizophrenic nudists that are hemp jewelry makers breaking into somebody's home, or maybe not breaking into somebody's home? Why are we to blame for that exactly? And why is he still in jail? Why has he not been bailed out? By the way, if some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco or the Bay Area wants to really be a midterm hero, someone should go and bail this guy out. I bet his bail's like $30,000 or $40,000. Bail him out and then go ask him some questions.
That's a good take.
I wonder what his bail is.
I think that's a really good take.
They're going after him with attempted murder, political assassination, all this sort of stuff. I'm not qualifying it. I think it's awful. It's not
that's
right.
What they do. They bail out all their own people, man. That'd be funny. That's a good take, man. Bail them out, ask them some stuff, put them on a live stream. I'll interview them. That would be cack, dude.
But why is it that in Chicago you're able to commit murder and be out the next day. Why is it that you're able to trespass, second-degree murder, arson, threat of public official, cashless bail? This happens all over San Francisco, but if you go after the Pelosi's, oh, you're let out immediately.
Yeah, that's a good take, dude. That would be hilarious to bail this guy out and interview him. That'd be so funny. Yeah, the coiffed up dude. Yeah, I mean, I really think going after people or like scrutinizing people's appearance is way underrated. Way underrated. I think that we should do that every day, and we do that. While the door was open, Pelosi and DePape were both holding a hammer in one hand, and DePape had the other hand holding on to Pelosi's forearm. Pelosi greeted the officers. This is from the .gov. We're both holding the hammer with one hand, and DePape, this is like, it's not even weird. They're just gay, dude. They're just gay. I will always, Spud says, I hate that we have to acknowledge Charlie for a good take. Yeah, I'll always acknowledge someone for a good take. I don't care if, I mean, I don't like Charlie Kirk, but there's a lot of people I like less than him. I'll acknowledge anyone for a good take. It's, you know, it's part of the game. You got to do it. You got to do it. You don't have to do it when you're interacting with them, but if a good take's a good take. And when the left has a good take, it's usually in the opposite way that they mean it. Like they'll say, blah, blah, blah is about race. And like in a certain, yeah, you're right, but not in the way you're saying. But like, that's a good take. That'd be hilarious. I would love to interview this guy. It would just be interesting to get the scoop. Yeah. Both holding the hammer with one hand, and DePape had his other hand holding on. Literally, like they bust through the door, and they're like, there's hands everywhere. There's just hands on everything. Everyone's everything. Freeze! He's got his hand on his junk. Freeze! You told me to freeze. Like, hey, stop touching him there. He's like, you told me to freeze. Put your hand up, and it's like he pulls it with it. He's like, you told me to put my hands up. Like, put some underwear on. Wait, you told me to put my hands up. It's like, why are you naked? Put a towel on. You told me to put my hands up. What? Everyone's just yelling at each other. But you told me to freeze. Put the hammer down. The other hammer. Not that hammer. Oh. The body cam. Yeah, it's not the body cam footage we want, but it's the body cam footage we all deserve. Yeah. Agree. The other hammer. Oh, man. Should we even talk about this stuff? I mean, I guess we could say, it's not even worth saving right here, man. There's this one from the other day. the other hammer. Yeah, leaked documents outline DHS plans to police disinformation, destroying everything. I'm getting better at the sketch bits, the live, imagining like the other hammer. It's like, get out here. Like, get out of here, Paul. I've got my pistol pointed at you and the hammer's cocked. Come inside. I thought you wanted the hammer cocked, like fully cocked. Paul, I thought you meant something else. Like, he's so silly. I've got it fully cocked. Paul, you know I didn't mean it like that. And everyone's in on it. Like, this is a conspiracy. And everyone's in on it. You, the cops, even Nancy. Oh, man. So I'm sure you guys heard about this. Leaked DHS documents show the Disinformation Governance Board was just the tip of Biden's efforts. I'm not doing a good Alex Jones right now. Why every time I see a trail overhead, a male frog stares at me like he won't have sex? All right. I don't know. This is just trash. It's been going on this whole time, man. And everyone's in on it. Even Miss Fuzzy Britches over there. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Discord, Wikipedia. Never let anyone again tell you that Wikipedia is, crowd edited. How many it's on the is on edited. Why am I struggling with this? Crowd edited. But what if it was in the past, like the super past tense? What if it was edited in the past? Like it's being, am I overthinking it? It's being edited, but it was also edited in the past. Was it edited? Edited. Right? Edited. Is this correct over here, guys? Crowd edited. Pre-edited? No. Pre-edited? No, it used to be edited. No, you're talking about it being, well, you're right, true. No, that's when someone kind of edited it before it was edited. I'm saying if it used to be edited, it was edited, right? Right? Edited, yeah. True. But what if it was edited even before that? That's edited. Correct. Yeah, correct. I get it. Yeah, so here's text between the now canned trust and safety lady, Vijaya Panjit Pundad Vivek Sharma. Re-edited. No, but that's after. No, that's after. That's if it's edited after it was edited. That's re-edited. I'm talking about before. Reddited. Yes. True. Nah, that's from... Nope. Yeah, we got more to do, but that's next time. Oh my goodness, everybody. What a live stream. What a crazy live stream today, guys. Amazing. I love you guys so much. Vote tomorrow. Vote harder. Vote 1,100 times. How do they describe someone's like age in The Hobbit? My 11th birthday. I think I'm correct about something that used to be edited. It's edited. Love you guys. No way. Yo, so this is crazy. Let me go back over this for a second. So check this out. This is crazy coincidence right here. So here's the app that I use for like random music, Pretzel Rocks, and here is my program I use for playing clips that I've downloaded and stuff. And right at the end of the program, the Correct Wing Weekly outro song comes on. This is crazy, man. So usually I would launch it from here. But it came up randomly over in Pretzel Rocks. So I hope you guys have a great one. Yeah, let's play it. This is very interesting. It's like I edited it. See ya. Episode 16 of Correct Wing Weekly. I stream every single weekday, except for tomorrow because I'm voting like my life depends on it. So no stream tomorrow, but Frank is in the chat. He wants to remind you to please follow on Odysee. Please follow on Rumble. It'll be Rumbleicious. Follow Slapweasel on Bumble. And follow Katie over there on YouTube. She makes the thumbnails for this year's show. Have a good one, guys. Mondays, 5 p.m. to be normal time next week. Thank you, Frank, for linking stuff in the chat. Have a good one, my peoples. Vote tomorrow. We'll see the results in about 2 years. See ya.